Hello guys, welcome to a new Meta Tuesday, and there's a new patch that's released today. I'm recording this on Saturday, but this video should come on Tuesday because Meta Tuesdays, so let's go over some changes and what I think of them. So first off, we have some minor updates. There's an option to enable auto combination of pieces now in your bench, and that's actually pretty good. You should always enable that by default because not only does it mean that you have less clicks, so you can focus on other things, you can also buy a unit that's over the bench limit. So for example, if you have 2 timber saws and your bench is full and you get offered another timber saw, you don't need to move your units around. You just buy the timber saw and then it immediately combines on your board. So I would suggest you just turn on this feature every single game. It takes some getting used to, but it's actually very, very good. Now, to the unit changes, which is probably the most important. First off, Alchemist has got a huge buff. When he ults with Chemical Rage, he also autocasted Acidic Spray around him now, and it lasts for 15 seconds. That is actually insane. So, Alchemist actually got a spray back. The spray does not deal damage now, so that got changed. But it still maintains the buff. I think that's actually a huge buff for Alchemist. It probably puts him from like F tier to like at least C. I mean, like the armor is very, very good, right? The reduction of armor is 4, 7, and 10, depending on the stars. What is preventing Alchemist from being, an auto pick back then, like back when Autochess first released, is because he's still 0 armor. 0 armor is a huge deficit. Like sometimes he just gets bursted down before he can even ult because of the armor deficit. So I would still be a bit careful, but Alchemist is definitely not as bad now, especially like 2-star Alchemist. I think it's gonna be fine. All right, next up we have Assassins. Assassins crit strike now is 15, 15, 15 instead of 10, 15, and 20. So basically above the 3 assassins and no change to not really a big change to like the other assassins. I think that's still fine. It's not a big buff for assassins. I still think they're gonna be the same. However, we're gonna talk about some assassin buffs first, okay? So first of all, PA's base attack increased by 10. We also have Morphling, HP increased by 50, and Sand King increased HP by 50. So if you couple the assassin buff with all 3 of these assassins getting their stats buffed as well, that kind of creates like a synergistic effect, right? Like if you increase 2 things at once, they kind of help each other out. So yeah, assassins were not playable for like a month now. Like I remember assassins being actually reasonable when the game first came out, but then assassins got nerfed a lot because there were 9 assassins now. So now they went back and actually buffed it. So I'm interested in see how this goes. I still think it's gonna be pretty bad. I can see Morphling and Sand King being pretty good now because those are the best assassins, right? They give stun, they give AoE, and assassins don't really have those options. I don't know, it's interesting. All right, onwards to some epic unit buffs. Holy shit, there's a lot of epic units that got buffed here. Okay, so first of all, Medusa, Stone Gaze duration decreased from 2, 3, 4 seconds to 2, 2.5, and 3 seconds. So Medusa is not going to stun you as long now. But to compensate for that, Medusa got a 5 attack damage increase. The 5 attack is fine. I mean, it's not really insane. But the Stone Gaze duration, getting cut off half a second from 2-star is actually a pretty big nerf. Think of it as like a 16% nerf, right? Because half a second off 3 seconds is like, that's 16%. And if you ever nerf a unit 16%, that's actually a big nerf. So yeah, Medusa is still probably insane. But hopefully it's a little bit more reasonable to fight against now. Doom got a huge nerf. The ulti duration is now 20 seconds. It was 20 seconds. It's now 10, 15, and 20. Dude, I just had a game where my Razor 2 ulted after getting doomed. Because the fight lasted more than 10 seconds, right? So then it just went off. So that's more or less a very big nerf to Doom 1. And Doom 1 is already really bad. Doom 2 is still probably fine because 15 seconds, I don't think any fights last more than 15 seconds anyways. So it's really much a big nerf to Doom 1, which I guess is actually okay. If someone spikes a Doom 1 very, very early, like around 5 to 10, then it's very hard to beat them, right? So it's okay. And Kunkka is the last nerf there. Kunkka's Ghost Ship is now a 15, 12, and 9-second cooldown from 10 seconds. That's actually pretty big nerf. Kunkka used to be able to double ship, even at level 1. So now Kunkka cannot do that. Man, there's a lot of Kunkka nerfs. Like, there's just like a lot of nerfs for Kunkka. So it's definitely not auto pick now. That's only just one ship. Like, if you need a stun, you obviously pick him. But if you already are good at CC, then you can just pass on Kunkka now. Next up, we have Omni Knight got a buff. Purification deals 50 more damage and heals for 50 more health. So basically just 50 more. That is really good. That is really good. Omni Knight is really fantastic in Knights because he has 10 armor. So he's gonna be even more fantastic now. Mirana has a Sacred Arrow cooldown decreased by 2 seconds. That's fine. I mean, it rarely happens that Mirana can ulti twice in the battle, right? And if Mirana never ultis twice, then this actually doesn't do anything. So, whatever. I don't think it's really that big a buff. It's like a 1% buff or something. It's very, very minor. And then we also have a few bug changes that are cool. But that's it. That's the patch. I love the patch, even though there's little changes over there. You know, bump assassins up a little bit, nerf epic units down a little bit. It's not like a huge change. It's not like, oh my god, it suddenly makes the units unplayable, right? So pretty happy with this, and hope you guys find out some new strategies for this patch, and you should let me know about it. Like, did I overlook some buffs? Or, you know, is the nerf to Doom, like, just actually worse than I think? Because I think Doom's nerf is not that bad. Yeah, there you go. We'll see you in the next video.